And so 15 weeks wasn't good enough. We had to go to 6 weeks.
What's up, guys? Boy Benny. I am a simple Christian. What that means is I just read my Bible. Okay, I read my Bible. I do my best. Okay, and that's really the best you can do. Actually, is just do your best, right? Like believe, and go on your own journey. And so I don't pretend to be some type of theologian or really smart or deep thinker when it comes to spirituality and faith. I kind of like take it for what it is. I like read the Bible and I believe it. The end, right? That's it. So I'm not here to criticize somebody else's Christian faith, I guess. But I am here to say that at the very least, even in my like very rudimentary understanding of Christianity, I know the names of the books of the Bible. Like I can pronounce the names of the books of the Bible. I'm familiar enough with the Bible to be able to pronounce the name. This is how you know that you're potentially dealing with somebody that isn't really a practicing Christian in act or in knowledge, is when they don't know how to pronounce books of the Bible. Okay, it's just a warning sign. All right, not saying it covers everything, but it's just a warning sign. All right, when somebody says the palmist, you got problems.
And if we do, and I'm sure we can proclaim the palmist. The palmist who wrote these following words.
The palmist.
The Lord is my strength and my shield.
Shut up. Okay, so here's the deal. Like Joe Biden uses his Catholic faith, that label, to like get places, right? Like this old kind of like living off this like ghost of like the Kennedys and the Irish Catholics and things like that. Like he uses that as a vehicle to get things politically. The reason why I feel like perfectly fine criticizing him about it is not because he gets the names of the Bible wrong, all right? I'm the last guy that you would want to like ask to quote line and verse the Bible. I don't pretend to know those things. I simply read I'm just a simple Christian. But that Joe Biden literally acts against the beliefs of his church with regularity, spitting in the face, actually, of thousands of years of tradition of his faith, because of the fashionable political opinions of the current day. And that is grotesque, actually. That's the opposite of faith. Okay, so what else is the opposite of faith? Ha ha ha, Joe Biden said the name of the book of the Bible wrong, all right? Let's get actually serious here. When a Christian school when kids at a Christian school was gunned down by a Christian-hating bigot, weaponized, actually, by the worldview, the woke worldview that Joe Biden represents, Joe Biden laughed about it. It's on camera.
Do you believe that Christians were targeted in Nashville school shooting? Do you believe that Christians were targeted?
I have no idea.
Josh Foley believes they were. What do you say to that?
Well, I probably don't then.
Probably don't.
No, I'm joking. No,
I'm joking, he says. Ha 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 ha. Joe Biden's laughing as a half a dozen Christian students in Nashville gunned down. This happened a year ago. Joe Biden, Christian, Catholic, devout Joe Biden, is laughing in the face of dead Christian children. And now we know, of course, that this was a targeting. This was a bigoted targeting of the Christian faith. These people, these monsters, these mongoloid monsters that have been created by the wokeness that Joe Biden represents, targeted Christians for murder, and Joe Biden laughs about it. Joe Biden is himself a Christian, though. Remember that. Remember, Joe Biden's deep faith. It drives every decision he ever made about Uncle Bozy and Bo and whatever new lie he wishes to tell. Again, he lied and said that his uncle was eaten by cannibals. Then he lied and said that his son died in Iraq. Those things didn't happen, right? Pentagon has to go out and say that these things don't happen. So also lying, like you're not supposed to do that either as a Christian. But you're definitely not supposed to do the sign of the cross when somebody is talking about baby murder. We on this program state that abortion is murder, all right? Like, that's it. Bill Maher, in a recent monologue, just said, like, yes, we know it's murder. Yes, abortion is murder. We have the scientific technology. We can now see that. Now, if you're okay with that, that's on you. But my faith calls me to protect children and to not kill. And so that means that abortion is wrong. But if Joe Biden is here in the state of Florida, this happened this week, and is at an event promoting baby murder, and Joe Biden does the sign of the cross in that promotion, then that's heretical. All right, that's blasphemous. And you don't have to be some type of theologian to know that. That is quite literally antithetical to the teachings of Joe Biden's church. Joe Biden loves abortion. He has been the most pro-abortion president in history. And now he's coming down to Florida to try and campaign against common sense abortion restrictions that stop, like, the wholesale slaughter of babies and children. Biden sparks fury with Catholic Church for a despicable gesture while blessing abortion in Florida. Biden made the sign of the cross while listening to a speech about abortion bans. Biden's gesture infuriated Catholics, saw the gesture as blasphemous. It is. It infuriates all Christians. The president has a record of making the sign of the cross during political events, sparking laughter from the audience because it's all a joke, because he doesn't actually believe it. He didn't believe this stuff. If you believed it, belief comes with conviction. The martyrs, right? People are canonized in the Catholic faith. People are martyred. Christ's disciples are martyred because their beliefs cost them something. Joe Biden's beliefs have never cost him anything because he doesn't actually believe in anything. If he believed in things, then Joe Biden would be for restrictions on abortion. He'd be celebrating Roe v. Wade being overturned. But he doesn't believe that. Joe Biden believes in one thing: his own power. And the assumption of his own power says he has to be in support of baby murder. So Joe Biden does things like this. I mean, it's grotesque.
And then we come back here to the state of Florida, where Ron DeSantis felt like he needed to run for president. And so 15 weeks wasn't good enough. We had to go to 6 weeks.
Oh, wow. They're all laughing. It's so funny. It's so funny. We'll do the sign of the cross because Ron DeSantis wants to limit the number of children in the womb that can be slaughtered. President Joe Biden sparked backlash from pro-life Catholics, or from just Christians in general, after he made the sign of the cross on Tuesday. Listening to a speech about the limits on abortion, Biden made the gesture during a campaign or organized event in Florida. Nikki Fried, Democrat candidate for governor running against Ron DeSantis, good luck. During her opening remarks, Fried expressed outrage at DeSantis signing a ban on abortion over 6 weeks. Then we come back here to the state of Florida, and blah, 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 and Biden makes the sign of the cross. And people laugh very nervously and creepily. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this has obviously angered people. Like, again, I read my Bible, I read my Gospels, and so there's like sort of like a common thread that Jesus talks about. If you're just like a Jesus believer, just read the Gospels, it's like this common thread where it's like, don't harm children. Don't harm children. Don't harm children. If you harm children, very bad things. It'd be really better for you to, like, it'd be better for you to have not been born. Don't harm kids. It's pretty odd. Don't harm kids. Don't murder. Don't harm kids. You get a big old rock tied around your neck and you get thrown in the bottom of the ocean. That would be better for you than what awaits you if you harm children. So like just reading the words of the God, that's the orders. So if you're a follower of Christ, if you're a Christian, then that should like mean something to you. But it doesn't mean anything to Joe Biden. Catholic Vote says this is vile. President Biden makes sign of the cross at abortion rally. You cannot be a Catholic and support abortion. You cannot invoke God and promote death. Yes, this is openly heretical. He mocked God on national TV, blessing himself with the sign of the cross while opening bragging about wanting more abortions. Joe Biden is anti-Catholic. That's such a great point. Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. Man reaps what he sows, says Galatians 6:7. That's exactly right. Speaking of mocking, this is what it looked like at the Biden rally. These are all of the Democrats left in Florida were in the same place. It's really special to see. Look, there are dozens of us. Every time I think he can't go any lower, he does. Ugh. Absolutely vile. Pray for the soul of the president. He's a feeble old man. He's prepared to meet his maker. This is Bishop Strickland saying this. Oh my. So this is a bishop. I'm not familiar with this account, but it's verified. I assume he's a actual bishop. Joe Biden made the sign of the cross at an abortion rally, complete mockery of God. Every Catholic should be calling this evil out. Demonic, Joe Biden makes sign of the cross. When I say evil spiritual forces are at play in this administration, I mean it. And anybody with open eyes can tell that. Biden, the self-described devout Catholic, makes sign of the cross to support a desire to kill babies up to 3 months of pregnancy. Unreal, Joe Biden makes sign of the cross at pro-abortion rally. No Catholic should ever invoke God in the promotion of killing of innocent children in the womb. Biden, a Catholic, appears to bless abortions. How disgusting. Advocate for a culture of death that contradicts the Catholic pro-life teaching. Really is. It's grotesque. It's despicable. It's spitting in your face. Just like Joe Biden declaring Easter Transgender Day of Visibility. I mean, again, like this is what the White House did, along with banning religious symbols at the Easter egg event. Easter is the highest holiday for Christians. So Joe Biden just did this on purpose, persecuting pro-lifers for praying outside of abortion clinic, sent the FBI to raid the homes of pro-life activists, sent the FBI to spy on Latin Mass. Yes, they did. Heavily redacted records show FBI's targeting of Catholics went beyond what it claimed. They spied on Christians. They targeted Christians. Joe Biden is a liar. Joe Biden has his own major problems. And you're clearly tempting fate, man, with this kind of stuff. You're mocking God. And you shouldn't do it. I mean, so I'm going to set all my politics aside. I don't like Joe Biden. I think he's a horrible man. And I don't like the Democrat Party. I think there's a vessel for evil. But I'm telling you, this is on a human level. You should not mock God. You should do your best not mock God. You should do your best to not desecrate Christian teaching for your own political gain. Be humble, repent, and pray for forgiveness. Don't bless abortion. It's careful. You know what I mean? Careful. Bishop, the Catholic bishop, was on CBS News and straight up said so. And then CBS clearly didn't book this guy to go after Biden, but that's exactly what he did. And they were quite shocked when he did. This is the take from a Catholic bishop about Joe Biden's faith being like a cafeteria Catholic. He only chooses the parts of his faith he likes and throws out the rest. Yeah, only the parts that get him elected, Joe Biden likes. Got it?
In the case of the president, do you get a sense that his regular attendance and adherence to the faith resonates with American Catholics?
I would say that he's very sincere about his faith. But like a number of Catholics, he picks and chooses dimensions of the faith to highlight while ignoring or even contradicting other parts. There is a phrase that we have used in the past, a cafeteria Catholic. You choose that which is attractive and dismiss that which is challenging.
Or, as Thomas Aquinas would say, you allow your conscience to guide you.
Is there something on the menu he's not ordering, in your view?
Well,
so to speak?
I would say there are things, especially in terms of the life issues, there are things that he chooses to ignore, or he uses the current situation as a political pawn rather than saying, look, my church believes this.